Wait. No one spotted it when I spliced this image in about 3 videos in the past year? What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right. Well, I wanted to talk more about this because obviously it was something big that happened, you know. Yeah. So Snyder said fuck it and released this image of Darkseid from his Justice League, and now we know that what we saw, you know, what was supposed to be on that fourth wall, because remember when all the Amazonian, the shrine, all the paintings and stuff like that got released, we were wondering what's on that fourth wall, and I remember just people asking me, what do you think is on that fourth wall? Oh, it's probably just a doorway. It's probably just, I'm like, no. She's looking at something. Diana was definitely looking at something, which we see right here, of course, with the torch. And she doesn't like what she sees. You could tell that she's pretty freaked out. And this furthers the belief that the history lesson revolved around Darkseid, or Uxas, invading Earth in that history lesson. You know, we've already touched bases with that. I've done a video about that. And I mean, Snyder really wanted to build up Darkseid. He wanted to build him up to be a huge threat by giving him a big-time backstory in the first Justice League movie, as opposed to just grinning. So what does this mean, guys? Snyder Cut is about to get released? No. Snyder Cut trailer will debut online next month. Be awesome, but no. Snyder just said fuck it out of boredom. That's a possibility. I would love to tell you guys that this means something and something's going to happen with the Snyder Cut, but that's just not what I'm hearing on my end, you know. I hate being the guy that pisses in the Cheerios all the time. I guess I've been deemed that guy, but someone's got to be that guy. And lucky me, because when hype gets to like Everest levels, you're only going to get disappointment, okay? And when it comes to the Snyder Cut, when hype gets up to Everest levels, you get the week of fucking Comic-Con. The fandom fighting amongst each other. I mean, it was just craziness. People were coming at me and this, that, and this. And don't think that shit's not happening still today. Oh, it's still happening today. Trust me. I'm always going to be the guy to tell you how it is. Okay? I just am. That's just me. Maybe I haven't done the best in the past. I mean, especially when Justice League came out, I fluffed it up more than it should have been. Even though, if you watch my first reaction, the follow-up video, you know that I was totally going, But doing that, yes, I'm going to create enemies, and I really don't give a shit, because, you know, my offer still stands for anybody who doesn't like what I'm saying or what I have to say or how I do things to come on my podcast so we could talk about it civilly, have a discussion with no fucking keyboards and no goddamn usernames, and, you know, still nothing. I'm all about integrity. I'm all about getting the facts out there. I'm not one of these people that's just going to keep rubbing until you're about to pow. And I go, nope. What I worry about most, though, with all this stuff and the hype and everything like that, is that people are going to eventually, you know, they're going to look at him and be like, well, why are you doing this? And we're still not seeing your movie. And they're going to eventually just like turn on him or blame him for it. I've already kind of seen that, but not like to where it's like a big time, like something to worry about. But, you know, when I talk to people and they say like, well, the reason why I'm hyped up is because Snyder's doing it. And it's like, you know, and I've said it many, many times. It's like Snyder owes us nothing. Warner Brothers owes us nothing. If you're still mad about a $14 movie ticket, just sell some Justice League merch on eBay and bam! You're sticking it to the man. I mean, no one owes us anything, you know? You paid a $14 or whatever fucking dollar ticket, and you had an experience. It's not always going to be good. That's what I love about movies. That's what I really love about movies. That's one of the reasons why I call myself the film junkie. I love going to the movies every week as much as I can, with the anticipation of, wow, I hope this movie's good, or this movie's going to be a shit sandwich. We'll see what happens. Sometimes you're surprised. Sometimes you're big time disappointed. But the fact that, you know, something happened and you're out like a $14 movie ticket, it's part of the experience. Now, Warner Brothers does owe Snyder, I will give it that, because of how much they were fucking with him, okay? I'll give it that. They owe him big time. And And pretty much, hopefully, I don't know. I'm going to do another video of what they should do with his 5-part series that he was eventually going to give us. I'm gonna do that video sometime later this week. But next month, there might be something you might be hearing about that might make the rounds. I'm not sure if it is. It's just something I'm hearing on my end. I really can't discuss it because it's really just up in the air. Nothing about its release, but it's something positive if it happens. And all you guys got to know is, right now, Snyder is no longer in the Warner Brothers office. He's got his own office now. He built it with a movie theater, home movie theater, and other things like that. He's got more creative control over future projects, which who knows what that is right now. I mean, I know there's The Last Photograph and there's Fountainhead. Still kind of up in the air what is going to happen next. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. The man deserves that. That's for sure. He deserves to have some peace of mind and have some creative control over future projects and not have this big, huge fucking studio just like in its tower looking down at him and everything like that. And it sucks what happened. In retrospect, it's like, hey, Warner Brothers, the movie that Snyder was going to give us was going to be light years better than the fucking shit that you try to put out, You and Whedon and all those people try to put out. I mean, for sure it would have. It's just like, hopefully they eventually just, let us see what he was going to give us. Who knows when it's going to happen? I mean, I could be wrong. One of the things, too, that I always say is, I'm never 100%. I just go by what I hear, and I try to just, research, look at the facts, and then I try to talk about it on whatever medium, on this or Twitter or whatever the fuck. Since right now I'm not hearing anything about a release, and Warner Brothers wants to move on. They have future projects. There's 3 movies, 1 coming out next month, and then 2 coming out next year that they want to focus on. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. That's all I have to say. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think about all this? Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. Visit filmjunkie.com. Visit the closet for shirts like this. Come together. We got to come together. Not fight amongst each other, but and then of course follow me on the social media stuff, my new Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All right, guys,